Hello students, welcome to Tungal online classes. So we are discussing about complex numbers. In that we discussed modulus and conjugate of a complex number. So last class we have seen the properties of modulus of complex number and conjugate of complex number. So let us see some more properties here. Let Z be a complex number. Let Z is equal to a plus ib be a complex number. Now for this complex number, we will write some properties. Now one property is modulus of this complex number z will be same as modulus of minus z, modulus of the complex number same as modulus of the complex number minus z, and it is same as modulus of the conjugate z bar. What is z bar here? Z bar indicates the conjugate of complex number, and it will be same as modulus of minus z bar. So for any complex number, all these four will be always equal. Okay. Now let us see what is mod z. If z is a plus ib, here modulus of z will be root of real part square plus imaginary part square. Real part is a square, plus imaginary part is b square. So modulus of z is root of a square plus b square. Next, modulus of minus z. What is minus z? Z is a plus ib, so minus z will be minus a minus ib. So what will be modulus of minus z? What is the modulus of this? So this is also a complex number, so its modulus will be root of real part square. What is the real part? Minus a whole square plus imaginary part square. Imaginary part is minus b whole square. So which will be same as root of minus a whole square is nothing but a square, and minus b whole square is b square. So root of a square plus b square is same as mod z. Next, what is z bar? If z is a plus ib, conjugate we know, change the sign of imaginary part, it is a minus ib. So what is modulus of z bar now? Root of real part square, a square, plus imaginary part square. Imaginary part is minus b whole square. So which will be root of a square plus b square. Understand? Similarly, minus z bar. So we know z bar is a minus ib. So what will be minus z bar? It is minus a plus ib. What is modulus of this complex number? Root of minus a whole square plus b square. So same as root of a square plus b square. Okay. So all these four values, modulus of z, modulus of minus z, modulus of z bar, modulus of minus z bar, all these values are equal, and it is equal to what? Root of a square plus b square. So its value is equal to root of a square plus b square. Understand? So this is one property we are writing in terms of modulus and conjugate together. Okay. Next, another property, z into z bar is always modulus of z square. Okay. The product z into z bar, complex number into its conjugate, the product is always modulus of z square. Okay. See, so what is z into z bar? Z is a plus ib into z bar is a minus ib. What is the product we know? A plus ib into a minus ib, discussed formula, it is a square plus b square. Now how can you write a square plus b square? It is root of a square plus b square whole square I can write. A square plus b square can be written as root of a square plus b square whole square. What is root of a square plus b square for the complex number z? It is mod z. So we have square. Okay. So these are the two properties we are writing in terms of conjugate and modulus of complex number. Understand? Next. Next. Now, if you observe in indices, we studied one formula of this type. Square root of AB, we are writing square root of A into square root of B. Square root of AB, we are writing it as square root of A into square root of B. Now, for what values of A and B is this formula valid? What should be A and B so that this formula is valid? So, here both A and B should be positive, that is what we studied in lower classes. If both A and B are positive numbers, then only this formula is valid. Okay, so that is what we studied in the lower classes. Now, what if one of them is negative, or what if both are negative? Okay, let us see. Suppose if A is positive, B is negative. Okay, A positive, B negative. We will take some example and solve. Square root of A positive, suppose we have 2, and B is negative, suppose we have minus 3. So, square root of 2 into minus 3, can we write square root of 2 into square root of minus 3? So, is it valid or not? Root 2, what is square root of minus 3? In real numbers it is not possible, but since we are discussing about complex numbers, what is square root of minus 3? It is I root 3. So, what we get totally I root 6. So, is it same as what is root of 2 into minus 3? Minus 6. Square root of minus 6 is I root 6. Both are equal. Okay. So, root of A into B, we can write root A into root B if one of them is positive, the other is negative. Okay. So, this we can write if both A and B are positive, this is one case. Same we can write if one of them is positive, the other is negative, or A negative, B positive, we can apply this formula. Okay, this formula holds true when both are positive or one of them is positive, the other is negative. Now, what if both are negative? Since that equality holds here. If both are negative, like square root of minus 3 into minus 5, can we write square root of minus 3 into minus 5 as root of minus 3 into root of minus 5? So, is it possible? What is square root of minus 3? We know it is I root 3 into square root of minus 5 is I root 5. I root 3 into I root 5, I square root 3 into root 5. So, I square is minus 1, root 3 into root 5 is root 15. So, we are getting minus root 15. So, is it correct? If I simplify this, root of minus 3 into minus 5, what is the square root of minus 3 into minus 5 is nothing but plus 15, minus C into minus B, it is plus AB. So, root 15, what is the positive root 15 means? Root 15. So, can we say root 15 equal to minus root 15? This is wrong, but here square root of 3 into minus 3 into 2 is 6, minus 6, root of minus 6 is I root 6, both are equal. But in this case they are not equal, means what? Square root of AB we cannot write as root A into root B if both A and B are negative. Understand? So, that is what we are discussing here. This formula valid only when both are positive, or at least one of them should be positive. If both are negative, this formula doesn't hold true. Understand? So, these are the three cases we can write. and we cannot write root of AB as root A into root B. They are not equal if A negative and also B is negative. Okay, when both A and B are negative, we cannot write root AB as root A into root B. So this is not true. Understand? Right. So these are the concepts related to exercise 5.1, that is the theory part. Now let us see the exercise and numericals based on this. Exercise 5.1. Express each of the complex numbers given in exercise 1 to 10 in the form of A plus IB. We have to express the following complex numbers in the form A plus IB. Okay. So any complex number always we can represent in the form A plus IB. Now see question number 2. Let us take a given complex number as Z, I power 9 plus I power 19. I power 9 plus I power 19. So by simplifying this, we have to write in the form A plus IB. Simplify. I power 9 plus I power 19. We know the powers of I. What is I square? Minus 1. I power 4 is 1. And I power multiples of 4 is always 1. So whenever we have I power large numbers, we write in terms of multiples of 4. I power 9 I can write as I power 8 into I. I power 9 is I power 8 into I. I power 19 is I power 16 into I cube we can write. What is I power 8 value? 1. I power multiple of 4 is always 1. So this is 1 into I plus I power 16 is 1. I cube I can write I square into I. So 1 into I is I plus I into, 1 into this. What is I square is minus 1 into I. So this is I minus 1 into I is minus I. I minus I is 0. Okay. So the given complex number is nothing but 0. Now most of the times many students will stop here only. Okay. So even though the complex number is 0, but we should not stop here. Okay. If you stop here, you may not get full marks. What is the question? We have to represent the complex number in the form of A plus IB, real part plus imaginary part we have to mention. So this 0 I can write as 0 plus I into 0. Okay. So when we represent in this form, then only we will be getting the full marks. If I stop here only, we don't get the full marks. Okay. So whatever the number we are getting, always write in the form A plus IB. So 0 can be written as 0 plus I into 0. Understand? Next. Question number 3. Let us take a given complex number as Z, I power minus 39. What is I power minus 39? I can write 1 by I power 39. A power minus n we can write as 1 by A power n according to indices formula. So 1 by I power 39. So one thing we can do is 39 we have to split it as the nearest multiple of 4, or one more thing we can do is just multiply divide I. If I multiply and divide I here, I power 39 into I power 40. So I power multiple of 4 is 1. So we can simplify it easily just by multiplying and dividing I. So 1 by I power 39 we have. Multiply and divide I. 1 into I is I, divided by I power 39 into I power 40. So I divided by I power 40 is 1. I by 1 means I. So given complex number is I. Still it is not in the form a plus ib. So how can I write I as real part is 0. So 0 plus 1 into I or I into 1. Okay. So the given complex number I we are writing as 0 plus I into 1. So that it is in the form a plus ib. Okay. Where a is 0, real part is 0, imaginary part is 1. Understanding? So compulsory you have to write in the form of a plus ib whatever the complex number we are getting. Okay. Next. So question number 4. Let us take a given complex number as z. 3 into 7 plus 7i plus I into 3 into 7 plus 7i plus I into 7 plus 7i. So we are having the addition of two complex numbers. This is one complex number, this is another complex number. So we just simplify it, add the like parts, then we can write in the form a plus ib. So first we multiply 3 here, then multiply I inside. 3 into 7, 21, plus 3 into 7i is 21i, plus I into 7 is 7i, plus I into 7i is 7i square. Okay, just we are multiplying that term inside. So 21 plus 21i plus 7i, it is 28i, plus 7 into I square. What is I square value we know? Minus 1. So 21 plus 28i, 7 into minus 1 is minus 7. So 21 minus 7, it is 14 plus 28i. So given complex number is in the form a plus ib, where a is 14, b is 28. Understand? Next. So question number 7. Seventh one. Let us take given complex number is z. 1 by 3 plus I into 7 by 3. This is one complex number, plus 4 plus I into 1 by 3. 4 plus I into 1 by 3 minus 4 by 3 plus I minus 4 by 3 plus I. So this is 3 complex numbers are given like z1, z2, z3. So what we need? z1 plus z2 minus z3. Okay. So it is addition and subtraction of complex numbers. So we just add the like terms. Okay. So what is this? 1 by 3 plus 7i by 3 plus 4 I into 1 by 3 is I by 3. Apply minus inside, minus into minus, plus 4 by 3, minus into plus, minus I. Okay. So these are the like terms. Real parts 1 by 3, 4, 4 by 3, and imaginary parts 7i by 3, I by 3, minus I. So adding the real parts 1 by 3 plus 4 plus 4 by 3. Next, imaginary parts, I will take I common from these 3. I into 7 by 3 plus 1 by 3 minus 1 by taking I common. So take LCM and simplify. 3 is the LCM, 1 plus 12 plus 4 here. Next again 3 is the LCM, I into 7 plus 1 minus 3. So 16, 17 by 3 plus I into 8 minus 3, 5 by 3. So given complex number 17 by 3 plus 5 by 3 into I. It is in the form A plus IB, where A is 17 by 3 and B is 5 by 3. Understand? So just addition, subtraction of complex numbers. Next, so question number 8. 1 minus I whole power 4. Let us take a given complex number Z, 1 minus I whole to the power of 4. So whole to the power of 4, when the power is higher, like power 4 or power 6 or power 10, so actually we will be using the expansion of binomial theorem. Okay, so expansion of A plus B whole power n. Now that formula we have to use, but power is 4 means we can write as square whole square. Okay, since we are not discussed about binomial theorem yet, so I will expand power 4 as square and whole square. So I can write as 1 minus I whole square I can write. Okay, 1 minus I whole square. Now this I can expand, it is in the form A minus B whole square. So it is A minus B whole square, A square plus B square minus 2AB whole square. So first we simplify the inside the bracket, then expand again square. So 1 minus I whole square, writing 1 square plus I square minus 2AB, A minus B whole square form. So 1 square is 1 plus, what is I square we know, minus 1 minus 2 into 1 into I, 2I whole square. So 1 minus 1 cancel. So it is nothing but minus 2I whole square. So it is minus 2I whole square means minus 2 whole square into I square. Minus 2 whole square is 4, I square is minus 1. So answer is Z equal to minus 4. But again we should not stop here, write in the form A plus IB. Minus 4 is only a real number, there is no imaginary part. So imaginary part should be 0. So we can write as minus 4 plus I into 0 we can write. So this is a complex number in the form of A plus IB. Understand? Next. See question number 10. Tenth one, minus 2 minus 1 by 3 I whole power 3. Minus 2 minus 1 by 3 I whole to the power of 3. So this we have to write in the form of A plus IB again. So first to simplify it, we have power 3, minus 2 minus 1 by 3 I whole power 3. Now minus we can take common from these two, 2 plus I by 3 whole power 3. First we are taking a minus common from these two. So minus of 2 plus I by 3 whole cube. What is minus power 3? It is a negative, you know. Minus power 3 is a negative. Remaining is 2 plus I by 3 whole cube. So minus of, now what is it in the form of A plus B whole cube? Okay, this is in the form of A plus B whole cube. So apply the formula A plus B whole cube. Minus is there already outside. So whatever we are getting the expansion here, we have to multiply minus 2 inside. So expand A plus B whole cube. What is the expansion of A plus B whole cube? A cube plus 3A square B plus 3B square A plus, 3AB square plus B cube. So A cube, it is 2 cube plus 3A square B plus 3ab square. B square means I by 3 whole square plus b cube, I by 3 whole cube. Okay, s cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube is the expansion of a plus b whole cube. So now you have to simplify it. Minus of 2 cube is 8 plus 3 into 2 square into I by 3. 3 will get cancelled. So it is 4i. Next 3 into 2 into I square by 3. So what we can write? Plus 6 into I square by 3 square. Understanding? I by 3 whole square is I square by 3 square. I square is nothing but minus 1 divided by 3 square is 9. I cube by 3 cube. What is I cube? We know I cube is I square into I. So it is minus I divided by 27. So we can cancel 3 here. 3 2s are 3 3s are. So what are the real parts? Minus of 8 is the real part. Next here minus 2 by 3 is the real part. So 8 plus 4i minus 2 by 3 minus I by 27. So minus of, we can add this 8 minus 2 by 3 real part plus I into 4 minus 1 by 27. So z is equal to minus of, what is 8 minus 2 by 3? 8 is 24 minus 2, 22 by 3 plus I into 4 minus 1 by 27. So LCM is 27. 27 into 4 will get 108 minus 1. So minus of 22 by 3 plus 107i divided by 27. So apply minus now. Minus 22 by 3 minus 107 by 27 into I. So this is a simplified form of complex number in the form of z is equal to a plus ib, where a is minus 22 by 3, b is minus 107 by 27. Understand? So it is just simplifying by expanding the terms in the form a plus b whole square or a plus b whole cube, a minus b whole square or a minus b whole cube, or even in the form a plus b whole power 4, a minus b whole power 4. Okay. So simplifying and writing in the form of a plus ib. Okay. So these are the problems up to 10 expressing the complex number in the form of a plus ib. Okay. Next. See the next question. Find the multiplicative inverse of each of the complex numbers given in exercise from 11 to 13. From question number 11 to 13, we have to find the multiplicative inverse of given complex number. So we studied multiplicative inverse of complex number in theory part. See question number 11. Let us take a given complex number as z, 4 minus 3i. Complex number is 4 minus 3i. Now we need to find the multiplicative inverse of this complex number. So this is the multiplicative inverse of any complex number z. It is nothing but 1 by z. Okay. So multiplicative inverse of complex number z is z inverse is equal to 1 by z. Okay, multiplicative inverse is nothing but 1 by z denoted by z inverse. So what is z inverse? I can write here 1 by z. Z is 4 minus 3i. So we have to simplify it. Any complex number always we are writing in the form of a plus ib, but here we have 1 by 4 minus 3i. I is present in the denominator. So to write in the numerator, we have to rationalize the denominator. 4 minus 3i. So multiply and divide its conjugate 4 plus 3i. We have to multiply and divide 4 plus 3i. So 1 into 4 plus 3i is 4 plus 3i. Denominator 4 minus 3i into 4 plus 3i. It is in the form a minus ib into a plus ib. So what is a minus ib into a plus ib? It is a square plus b square. So 4 square plus 3 square. So 4 plus 3i divided by 16 plus 9, 25. So you can divide separately. 4 by 25 plus 3 by 25 into I. So the multiplicative inverse of given complex number is nothing but 4 by 25 plus 3 by 25 into I. Okay. Next. So question number 12. Again multiplicative inverse of root 5 plus 3i. Let us take a given complex number as z, root 5 plus 3i. So again method is same. Any complex number z given, multiplicative inverse means z inverse, that is 1 by z. So multiplicative inverse of complex number z is given by z inverse is equal to 1 by z. So z inverse is 1 by z. Z is root 5 plus 3i. Again I we have in the denominator. So to write in the numerator, we have to rationalize denominator. 1 by root 5 plus 3i we have. So take conjugate and multiply, divide. Root 5 minus 3i divided by root 5 minus 3i. So multiply 1 into this same root 5 minus 3i divided by root 5 plus 3i into root 5 minus 3i. Again it is in the form a plus ib into a minus ib, which is a square plus b square. A is root 5. So root 5 whole square plus b square. B is 3. So root 5 minus 3i divided by root 5 whole square is 5. 5 plus 9 is 14. So what will be z inverse? Root 5 by 14 minus 3 by 14 into I. This is the multiplicative inverse of given complex number z. Understand? So 11 to 13, these are problems based on multiplicative inverse. Next, see question number 14. Express the following expression in the form of a plus ib. Okay. 14. Express in the form a plus ib. So some complex number is given. We have to simplify it and write in the form of a plus ib. So let us take a given complex number as z. See what is the complex number given? 3 plus I root 5. It is 3 plus I root 5 minus 3 minus I root 5 divided by root 3 plus root 2I root 3 plus root 2I into root 3 minus root 2I into, sorry, numerator is a product and denominator is a difference. Understand? So z is given 3 plus I root 5 into 3 minus I root 5 divided by root 3 plus root 2I minus root 3 minus root 2I. So this is some complex number given. By simplifying it, we have to write in the form of a plus ib. Simplified. Numerator is product. See, in this product, it is in the form 3 plus I root 5 into 3 minus I root 5. It is in the form a plus ib into a minus ib. What is the formula? A plus ib into a minus ib? It is a square plus b square. So a square means 3 square plus b square means root 5 whole square. Numerator is in the form of a plus ib into a minus ib. Denominator is a difference. So just subtract. It is not product, it is the difference. So root 3 plus root 2I is nothing but I root 2. Apply minus, minus into plus, minus root 3, minus into minus, plus root 2I means I root. So in denominator, root 3 minus root 3 will get cancelled. So numerator is 9 plus 5 divided by I root 2 plus I root 2. So it is I into 2 root 2, or we can write 2 root 2I. I root 2 plus I root 2, it is 2 root 2I. So 9 plus 5 is 14 divided by 2 root 2I. So 2 we can cancel 7 times, it is 7 by root 2I. Can we stop here? 7 by root 2I. It is not in the form of a plus ib because I is present in the denominator. So what we do is, we can multiply and divide I here. So just multiply and divide I. 7 by root 2I is there. So multiply and divide I. Now you may thinking that we have to take conjugate and multiply divide. What is the conjugate of root 2I? It is minus root 2I. If I multiply and divide minus root 2I, minus root 2 will get cancelled. We get I by I only. So either we can take minus root 2I and multiply divide, or we can multiply divide only I. So what it is, 7I divided by root 2 into I square. So 7I by root 2 into I square is minus 1. So it is 7 by minus root 2 means it is minus 7 by root 2 I. So we are having only the imaginary part, minus 7 by root 2 into I. So real part is 0 here. So 0 minus 7 by root 2 into I. So this complex number is in the form of a plus ib, where a is 0, b is minus 7 by root. Understanding method of solving? Just simplify the given terms and expand and write in the form of a plus ib. Okay. Next, let us see one more question. So with this exercise is completed. So you can solve the remaining questions in the exercise. Let us see one example. If x plus iy is equal to a plus ib divided by c plus id, then prove that if x plus iy is equal to a plus ib divided by a minus ib, then prove that x square plus y square is equal to 1. Prove that x square plus y square is equal to 1. Okay. So expansion is x plus iy, this complex number written as a plus ib divided by a minus ib. Using that we have to prove x square plus y square value is 1. Okay. Now we can solve this by two methods. See, one method is, this is one complex number is equal to another complex number given. Okay. Two complex numbers are equal means their real parts must be equal and their imaginary parts must be equal. It is in the form of a plus ib, but right hand side directly it is not in a plus ib form. So denominator is there I. So by rationalizing this, simplifying, you convert to the form a plus ib. Then we can compare real parts and imaginary parts. Then we will get the value of x and value of y. So once we know x and y, you take x square plus y square, simplify, we will get the value as 1. Okay. So this is one method. Okay. Now another method is, so I will solve x plus iy we know, but we need x square plus y square. How to get x square plus y square when we know x plus iy? What is the relation? We know that if z is x plus iy, what is mod z? It is root of x square plus y square. So relation between the complex number given and the square of its value is by taking modulus. Okay. So you have to take modulus, then we get square of the terms. So x plus iy is given, I will take mod on both sides. Two complex numbers are equal means their modulus must be equal. So take modulus on both sides. Take modulus on both sides. Modulus of x plus iy is equal to modulus of a plus ib divided by a minus ib. Right. So it is modulus of x plus iy we know. Modulus of x plus iy is root of real part square plus imaginary part square. Next, here right hand side, modulus of a plus ib divided by a minus ib. It is in the form of modulus of z1 by z2 can be written as mod z1 by mod z2. Remember the properties of modulus of complex numbers. Modulus of z1 by z2 I can write as mod z1 by mod z2. So here modulus is mod a plus ib divided by mod a minus ib. So root of x square plus y square is, what is the modulus of a plus ib we know, root of real part square plus imaginary part square divided by root of, what is the modulus of a minus ib? Again root of real part square plus imaginary part is minus b square. So root of x square plus y square we know, but what we need? X square plus y square we know. So squaring both sides, just x square plus y square on the root is equal to root of a square plus b square by root of minus b whole square is nothing but b square. So root a square plus b square will get cancel. So remaining is root of x square plus y square is equal to 1. This term will get cancelled. Root x square plus y square is 1 means squaring on both sides, whole square is equal to 1 square. Root and square cancel. So x square plus y square is equal to 1. This is the proof. Understand? So this is one method of solving. Since x plus iy given and we are needing squares, x square plus y square, so that's why I am taking the modulus. In any other case we cannot solve by taking modulus. In that case, what we do? Simplify the complex number in the right hand side and compare real parts and imaginary parts. We will get x value and y value. Then we can substitute in this left hand side, simplify and prove it as right hand side. Understand? So with this exercise 5.1 will be completed. So go through all the remaining questions in the exercise and also the examples given before the exercise, and any doubts you are having, please post in the group. Okay, thank you.